Hi, how are you today? My name is Kim Pita, and I'm board chair of Mental Health Connecticut. I believe that we were all put on this earth for a purpose, and one of my purposes is to be talking to you today. We are just completing Mental Health Month, which has been the whole entire month of May. And I am so happy to be here because one of my purposes in life is to give voice to the voiceless. And one of the things that's happened over this month is we have been able to showcase so many amazing people who have been able to share their stories. And I'm here today with one of my really good friends, Laureen Guerriero, and we're going to talk about a little bit about what we've seen over this month. And Laureen shared her story with us on May 22nd, and it's really a personal glimpse in what she has gone through in the course of her life. So I hope you all have the chance to read it and to watch her video. It's amazing. Laureen and I are going to talk about some of our favorite things from this month. Hi, Laureen. How are you?
Hello, Kim.
Good to see
Good.
you.
Good.
So tell me, what do you think? What were some of your favorite moments over the course of this month? We had so much, from cooking to writing to art to storytelling. You know, it was a killer month of just really getting that story out. What were some of your key highlights?
I love the workshops with Janet. Janet Reynolds, who runs our Right On program. She's just really brilliant writer and has done amazing work with the folks on Right On. The participants just come away having life-changing experiences. And I loved her. She went over a lot of that on Tuesdays with Telling Tales, and then she really gave us some real practical tips for writing and how it can help us in our own life.
Yeah, and that's so important. Writing is such a healing part of our journey and really getting out of our heads and onto paper. And it's really important. And I particularly loved the storytelling. I loved learning about your life. Even though we're really good friends, I learned so much more about you just from watching your video and reading your blog. And Sean Smedley, who also serves on our board directors, he shared his story, and I think it's so important. And then I shared my story about my cat, Hayes Hendricks, and how he really helps me to find calm when I'm dealing with anxiety, or I just really need to be present, because I find that we get so wrapped up in our worlds that sometimes we just need that break and we need to take that pause. And my cat, Hayes Hendricks, does that for me. Let's talk a little bit about some of the features that we did. Did you read the one about the food? There was one from our
Yeah.
board member, Loretta, who had some Mediterranean cuisine. And I know you're a foodie, so you probably, and you love to kind of pair wines with things. What did you think of her entry?
Yeah, the thing I liked a lot about hers was she also talked about the power of cooking and being with family and learning. You know what, I'm going to just shut this door, sorry. Um, how she learned to cook from her mom, and that really hit home with me because being Italian, half Italian, cooking was always a way that brought all of us together, and sitting down for food and every Sunday with my Italian family in Hartford. So her talking about how she learned from her mom and sharing that recipe, one of her favorite recipes, was great. And
Yeah.
I agree with her. The Mediterranean diet is huge. A lot of my doctors have asked me to incorporate that as a way of just really getting the food that you need to enrich your mind and your body. So
Yeah, it was
try to do that.
I never knew about that. It was the first time that I had heard about it. So I'm very interested and curious of how I can integrate that. You know me, I always need to focus on my the food that I put in my mouth. I'm not exactly the best eater in the world. I will admit that to everyone here. So I could definitely use some tips when it comes to that kind of stuff. What else did you like?
Well, you know what? I don't know if this is right before, but Amy from our Mending Arts program, which that program is very cool because it started out as just a casual sort of um, folks doing art together. It turned into a program that's just been very therapeutic for a lot of our participants. And Amy just shared about how creating art is also telling a story. And we had a session where we were able to think about what brought us peace and create our own drawing.
I
I
love
actually
that one
like that.
too. I love that. I did my drawing. I actually have it hanging up in my office, my home office. And I drew a picture of a sunflower, of course, because that's my thing, with peace signs in the middle. And I drew it at the beach and with rolling hills on the side. And it was great because it was literally a half hour on a Wednesday where you just take a break in the middle of your day. It wasn't a long period of time, but it just got you really centered and really present, and it was such an easy exercise. And I think that was what was cool about the Write On stuff from Janet, was that she was able to share with us writing prompts, so that, so we, and simple writing prompts that aren't going to take a long time. And I think sometimes people get worried that these webinars are going to take too long out of their life, but they're just little brief snippets. And so for those of you who haven't had a chance, our whole 31 days of wellness for Mental Health Connecticut is on our website. So you can go in there, you can click on the day, you can watch the videos, you can read the blogs. There's so much. Let's talk about the virtual hug that we did this past week.
That was awesome. It's just good to get together with people, and we then also talked a little bit about what we liked best, and also Remy walked us through some really good tips on how to stay connected when we can't be physically connected, and the importance of the socialization for our mental health and our physical health. So that would be a good one to check out to hear Remy's tips too.
Yeah, that was really, really good. And they were simple tips, but so relevant to what we're dealing with today. So that was really cool too. And Remy has been, Remy works for Mental Health Connecticut. She is delivering a lot of our programming right now when it comes to social isolation, and she is just amazing. Just to listen to her, she just has this calming energy, this natural calming energy that I think just, you just kind of can feel it through the videos. And she just shares these tips. And so, it has been an amazing month of wellness. And during this whole journey, Laureen, as development chair, share with everybody what we've been able to do. Not only are we been able to share information and knowledge, but we've also been able to
raise a lot of money. Our goal was 31,000 for the month. We've surpassed that, and we have a new stretch goal of 35,000.
woohoo!
Yeah, so it's not too late to donate if you're moved by some of the content that we provided, or just by our mission of really helping everyone in Connecticut improve the mental health of folks here in Connecticut. We help nearly 1,000 people every day with our programs, and so especially with COVID-19, the donations are even more needed now than ever.
Yeah, absolutely. And we also profiled several of our sponsors. We profiled Locked-In, who has been an amazing supporter for us. They helped to deliver some PPE equipment to our staff who's on the front line, and they still have to come and meet with our program participants. So we needed to make sure that they were properly protected. We had our president, Luis Perez, speaking with Eric Galvin, who is the president and CEO of Connecticut, and they shared stories about telehealth and where our mental health is going, and how healthcare companies are stepping up to really focus in on mental health. This is a critical time for all of us. We need to be prepared. We need to be ready. COVID has really kind of thrust a whole different scenario upon us where we need to look at where we're going with our mental health and how are we coping with it, what are the strategies we're putting into place, and using telehealth in a way that we've never been able to use before. So it's really remarkable what we're doing out there. We also profiled People's United Bank and several of our other sponsors. So this month has been amazing. So take a look at some of those videos as well. And if you can find it in your heart, make a donation. Every donation counts. Every dollar counts. It's helping us to create programs like Mending Arts, like Right On, like our Grow program where we do gardening. Our Grow program has been featured on the news because we're doing so many great things. We've also turned our Independence Center at Mental Health Connecticut into a place where we're creating food and delivering it to our program participants in collaboration with Healing Meals. So there's a lot going on. We haven't stopped at Mental Health Connecticut. We're working hard. Our team is amazing. So if you have it in your heart, please donate. Our mental health is as important as our physical health, and we need to continue to make great strides in this area. Laureen, did you want to say anything else?
No, I echo your thoughts, Kim, and again, no matter how small, we would genuinely be so grateful for your support to wrap up our month of 31 days of wellness. So, and whole health, but all the mental health programs that we provide, it would be huge. Mending Arts, Right On, Grow, just a few of the ones that we highlighted this month, and
our website is mhconn.org. So if you can find the donate button right up there on our website, and you can make a donation. Today is the last day of the month, so help us reach our stretch goal of $35,000. Laureen, thank you so much for all your work on this. Thank you so much for sharing your story. It was amazing. It was powerful. It was real. It was authentic. It was from the heart. And we need more people like you who have that courage to come on and share their story and encourage others to help reduce the stigma. And that's really what it all comes down to, is having other people feel comfortable about talking about their mental health, because it affects every single one of us.
It does. It does.
So
thank you. You're welcome. As I said, I think in one other in the virtual hug Zoom, and in my personal thank you video, is just I feel loved and not judged, and it's amazing. You know, it's amazing the outpouring of support from my friends and family and colleagues that didn't know my story and were so moved and made generous donations. So
yeah,
thank you.
And that's huge. And I think, so many of us are fearful of mental health because we don't really truly understand it. And you moved past that fear this week, or May 22nd, when that video was posted, and you're continuing to do it. So,
so for those 20, my goal was 1,000, and I raised right now I'm up to 2491. So yeah, so I'm very excited.
That's so great. You could possibly be our lead fundraiser. Yay. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. Awesome.
Thank you for everything you did too. You contributed some great content with your interviews and your story about how your cat also is a good comfort.
I love my Hazy. Awesome. Well, it was great chatting with you this morning, and it is a beautiful day, and we'll see all of you hopefully on social media, online, and come out to hopefully when everything opens back up again, you'll be able to come out to some of our events and support Mental Health Connecticut. It's really, really important. Have a great rest of your day.